One of the country's oldest companies is being sold to a company based overseas. A Japanese company has agreed to pay more than $14 billion for Pennsylvania-based U.S. Steel. But the prospect of a foreign entity owning a longtime symbol of American industry is not sitting so well with some on Capitol Hill. NewsNation's Khalil is live. And some lawmakers are already objecting.
Yeah, a lot of them are actually, Nichole. And look, this is clearly one of the most iconic brands, iconic companies in the United States for more than the last century, U.S. Steel. And it is now, according to what we're seeing from this deal that's being negotiated, no longer going to be in American hands. The Japanese steel firm Nippon has purchased it, or is in the works to purchase this, for $14.9 billion. As you mentioned, there are a number of U.S. senators here that are not happy with that, and they've gone so far as to say it's not just about having a company leave and go overseas, but because this is U.S. Steel, they worry it could be a national security concern as well. A lot of senators from the Midwest and Northeastern manufacturing states already have spoken out against this. 3 Republican senators, Marco Rubio, J.D. Vance, Josh Hawley, went so far as to write a letter to the Secretary of Treasury laying out some of these concerns. They say that this was not done with national security in mind, and they went on to say, quote, despite the absence of any security-focused deliberation on U.S. Steel's part, domestic steel production is vital to U.S. national security. They say Democratic and Republican administrations have both acted decisively over the last 40 years to boost the industry. And again, this is not just from one party. We're hearing this on both sides. In fact, we caught up with Democratic Senator Michael Bennet from Colorado, who also raised some serious concerns. Here's what he told us.
And I think all of us are going to have to evaluate it, and we're going to have to evaluate it in the context of what's good for the United States, what's good for our economy, what's good for workers, what's good for driving wages up. For too long, we've had an economy and a set of policies that I think has favored shareholders over working people.
So look, nothing about this is illegal, Nichole. Certainly, we live in a capitalist society, free enterprise. These companies are allowed to do this. But there have been efforts in previous administrations, President Biden, President Trump, both, that have tried to boost the steel industry in particular. Former President Trump put tariffs on steel coming in from other countries. And President Biden, one of his biggest achievements was the bipartisan infrastructure bill that tries to invest in American manufacturing. So in some ways, they've both done this. And this sale certainly works against the goals of both administrations, something that, has caught the attention here of senators, again, all across the board here. The sale went to the highest bidder. Ultimately, it was $55 a share that Japanese firm Nippon was offering. There were some American companies offering to buy U.S. Steel, but they lost out to the Japanese firm, Nichole.
All right, yeah, looks like it is, at this point, a done deal. Khalil, live for us there in Washington. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.